Thank you, everybody, for making this Festival of Chimes and Lights committee meeting August 20th. We're going to get started with an update on the tree decorating contest. So, Janine, how many have you received?
So, I was out last week, but
Yes.
Michelle did let us know that as of today, we have 5 total
Okay.
who have applied and I believe received their planter.
Okay.
And so we got a copy. Here is our planter map, and it shows which planters so far have been used. It's these X's right here. So just kind of as a visual, that's what we have so far.
Okay, so this is Bobby's, and this is Fathom's. And actually, there's more than this. So they may not be paid for yet, but 46 and 49, 48 are all taken. There's 4 of them in front of the market, including...
Yeah, I'm 46, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so these 2 will be taken too. I sent you a little note. It's just that these haven't been paid for yet.
Did you give that note to Michelle?
Or I sent you an email.
Okay.
Yeah, someo's got it.
Sounds good.
I think I copied you all, but right, you were gone.
Yes.
It doesn't.
That's no.
There's no
definitely.
big deal. Who took this planter? Do you know?
I heard Lorraine Olson wanted one up at the
Did she
little-
take?
And I heard it was on a corner. Is that on a corner?
Yeah, 17
I
is.
believe Michelle mentioned it was Lorraine.
Yeah,
was?
because she
I
told me
believe
yesterday.
so. But
Okay, Lorraine took that.
She said,
Oh, good.
yeah.
How cool is that? That actually makes sense because that goes right up to her
Yeah.
PD. Okay, fun.
And I'll be pushing I'm trying to do a little bit each week, not inundating people on social media, but just, fun little quirks on, don't forget to apply for the contest, just certain information. So I know we're really trying to push this out on Facebook also.
Right, I don't, I have no idea how many people downtown will be looking at Facebook. Not sure. Some of the business owners, I'm just not sure. But
She looks at me.
No, I'm not looking at you. I am not. You just happen to be seated across the table from me. So no, that's
But
not
it's
it.
true. I am not on Facebook.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I have been into some of the shops, and I am each week contacting some of the people who said they were interested. We have to talk to Matt, Carter, and John.
That's hard. It's a hard one. I know. But I'll talk to them. And Kathleen will too.
Right.
They're hard to handle.
Well, we will be putting trees in there, and I just don't want to run into any difficulties down the road, so we need to work that out.
Yeah, we need to tell them and make them understand that they can't have their sunflowers growing 8 feet in the air. I'm sorry. That's what they do. And tomato plants. It's a wonder they don't have marijuana.
Oh my word.
That's in the, I know.
So anyway, on that note, has anyone else said that they cannot print the application?
Not to me. I can check
Okay.
with Michelle, but no one has
Because
said.
for some
anything.
reason,
You can't print it?
No, when I went to print it, it printed like, it was big, and like it only printed like this much. It was really weird, but you have it, so obviously, so maybe.
Okay, I don't know what would be causing
I just wondered,
that.
yeah, I just wondered if anyone else had.
I hadn't heard
I
of
even
Sheila.
like cleared my,
Do you want more than
computer,
one?
Yes, please.
Here, I'll give you a bunch. Here. So, no, I hadn't heard that. We'll be listening for that.
Okay.
Definitely.
See if we need to look at that file,
Yep.
if it's doing something weird. I'm not sure. You never know.
Or it could be me. It could be operator error. I'll admit.
Oh, no, not you. Not you.
No.
Okay, well, it looks like I actually had counted about 10 to 15 trees that are planters that were accounted for so far. And, I'm trying to reach out to a certain number every week so we can keep increasing that.
Sure.
And I know Kids at Bank was interested, but they were in the middle of their
There
110.
are. And the rodeo.
And
so
everything.
It's real hard. Right?
Yeah,
It's
so we'll
hard.
want to reach out to them and let them get a planter before they're all taken or where they
Right.
stay.
They will do one, I know.
Yes, and Kids Up Transit, I heard too.
Mhm.
So there's quite a few yet. and I will just keep letting people know. Now, one thing is, I was just meeting with the Port Orchard Independent, and we're trying to get some deadlines in place. They're really early this year, really early. So in September is already the end of September will be a deadline for the brochure. So if we're going to have sponsorship information for these trees, we have got to get that sooner rather than later. So we're getting down to 5-6 weeks out, and if we don't have them paid for, then that will be something we should share with whomever. And so that might be another thing you would have to add, Janine, is that we now have a deadline. It's not like they couldn't sponsor a tree after our deadlines, but if they want it, and the brochure is where they're going to get all their exposure, right?
Sure. Yep.
So we have that deadline of September 26th, but then I would always say more like, by the time you collect it and get it all in there, that's a drop dead deadline. So we've got to make note of that. Let me take a peek here. Oh, here it is. I would say September 21st. People really need to pay for their tree. Not that they couldn't still have a tree later on, but that they won't be
They won't be recognized
in the brochure, which I'm sure most people would really want. I think that's going to be half of it, don't you?
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
lets people know, who all has their trees down there to.
So could you
Yeah,
add
and-
that to the site, Janine, where you're
Yeah.
talking about the decorated trees
Definitely, yep.
and the sponsors, that paid sponsorship by the 21st ensures brochure
Definitely,
recognition.
yep.
That's
Yep.
how we should do it, in a positive light. Okay.
And it would be nice to be able to go to, if Alpine is where we're gonna buy them,
Yes.
to let them know how many we need, even if it increases,
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know, Bill, I'm actually thinking that we're going to sell all 58 spots.
I do too.
Okay.
I think
You
so.
want me to go ahead and request that many trees?
Why don't you ask for a hold on that? Do we have to?
Well, they won't cut them until,
Okay.
so, yeah, I'm sure that,
I don't
I'm
want
sure
to
that
be
we're not
stuck
committed.
find out what the request means.
Okay.
If we're financially obligated, then I wouldn't request 58. But you could.
Maybe if we get to 45, it might be an indication.
Right,
that
what we could tell them is that we anticipate all the planters would be filled,
Alright,
and that
okay.
we can confirm probably weekly or whatever,
Yeah.
each, or at the end of each month or
When is the
whatever.
contest actually?
The trees go in place, you're putting the trees in place November 5th through the 9th that
Okay.
week.
Okay,
And then the 12th through the 20th is when people have the window to decorate. On the 21st is when Santa will do the judging. And then those trees stay up until about January 2nd or 3rd that week, whenever you guys can get to it.
I think that's plenty of time to request, to keep our
Yes,
updated and
yeah.
stuff, so,
Right. So, and a lot of the information we won't have until everybody gets back to school and a little more established. That's when Kathleen can contact all the choirs and everything, because, we're waiting for information. And the POI thinks that they can make this even better. We'll see. So,
Was this a new lady that's taken
Yes.
over, or?
no, they've restructured.
Oh,
So
sure.
everyone is new.
Oh, wow.
We don't have anyone who's worked with us before, which makes it really tricky.
So did you ask them to change this though?
No, but she had some ideas about making it tighter. So I said, well, let's see them, what they look like first. Yeah,
I think this is pretty.
I do too.
Everyone knows this.
I know. I know.
But hey.
Well, there may be some things, and she was
Yeah.
talking about typefaces and things, and I
Yeah.
concur that there's
Yeah.
things that we could do. We'll see what they come up with. They won't get rid of the old files, and they're not charging us for any of that.
Nice.
So, and we're
Absolutely.
doing that now, sooner rather than
Yeah.
later. So, sorry, back to the tree decorating contest. Public Works involvement, we should go right into talking about that then, because Bill's here.
I had an idea about the garland.
Yeah.
Since we're not stringing it across the road, I could string it on the poles on the marquee parallel with the road and still have the swag in it. And I think, and we could still light it up.
Well, would that interfere with the
Yeah.
trees?
That'd be a
No.
lot of light.
They're up higher. I'd string them from where the
Oh, way
flower
up high?
baskets,
Oh,
where
way
the
up.
flower baskets are.
Oh.
Not that far high.
We're picturing this, aren't we, Sheila?
It's a bit tricky.
Well, we have the icicles so right under it.
Yeah, that's,
So that's
It's
what
still
we-
higher than
yeah,
that.
Is it
Yeah.
still higher?
yeah,
Oh,
that's.
that could look really
Yeah, I
pretty.
know it. That could be neat. Should we experiment with that a little?
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
Maybe the old stuff, we could experiment
Yeah.
with some.
I wasn't gonna use the new stuff at all this year.
Yeah,
Or other-
yeah.
Because it's meant to go on a cable across the road.
Yes, it is. And we don't want to start wrecking it or
Right.
having it stolen or anything.
Yes,
Right.
and damaged of
Yeah.
some sort.
Yeah. You know, that could be kind of neat with a swag.
And between each pole, there would be, the swag.
Uh-huh.
And I could put a bow on the swag. I may not have enough to do every
Yeah.
swag, but
Well,
Let's,
you
Give
could
it a
test
shot.
it.
Bill, when would be a good
Outside.
time to experiment with that? Do you know when that would work? We
to
could-
actually string some up and see if it would work.
Just to see what it would look like? And would it interfere with the trees? I just don't want it to take away from the trees.
I don't think it will. I think it would because it didn't before.
Right.
Even though it was
That's true.
across the road.
That's true. What I would think though is I'm picturing this like this way. I don't think I would want a bow here because I think of how far down it would come. I would almost want the bows to
Well,
be on the
swag,
poles.
the swag itself can be as tight or as low as we want it.
Okay. Yes. Let's do that. Let's check that out.
Okay.
He's great.
I know it.
He comes up with good things.
Okay. And then confirming that as far as when the trees go in place, and you've got one of these, but maybe you don't, and I'll give you this. It's actually right on here, November 5th through the 9th.
Okay.
And boy, I think you're gonna be busy, Bill. I really do. I think we are gonna have quite a few trees, and I won't be surprised that we've got every planter filled. And hopefully it's not a terrible rainy week.
And hopefully nobody calls in sick that week.
Guess we'll all be down there then.
Need volunteers?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, and that's what we know. That's what we know. What we're going to be doing too is actually having a cutout of a tree, both sides. And Jimmy and I wanted to ask, when we laminate these, can we laminate and then cut on it and still have it stick? If we wanted the shape just to be there and not a 8.5 by 11 sheet, do you know what I mean?
Oh, that is a fantastic question because it's just an image and then the image is overlaid on a Word document. So unless we personally go and cut them out, I'm not sure how we could have just the shape.
Right,
But
I would personally
Yeah.
be willing to do that.
Okay.
To cut it out, and we might even choose
Yeah.
a different tree that's
Yeah.
where we
It
could
was
get
nice.
where we
Yeah.
could get more color. A big tree,
Yeah.
so that on both sides, can you kind of picture this in each planter? It's stuck.
Definitely.
It wouldn't
Yep.
be a sheet. It would actually be a tree shape,
Yep.
laminated with a stick.
Did you want me to see if I can find an image
Or
that
yes,
maybe
information.
includes some sort of
Oh,
background
gotcha.
that's a square or an oval and then the trees on the inside, or do you
No.
want just the tree
Just the
image?
tree.
Okay, yeah. I can play with
Because,
that.
I don't want to take away from the planters as they are now because they're probably some of the prettiest they've ever been. And I didn't want to have just a big thing stuck in it. But if we have a tree shape and it's saying that this tree was adopted by
Yeah.
and has the name
Mhm.
on it, then a little bit of information about the event, just a tiny bit. But the most important thing is that it has information by whom it was
Who it is,
adopted
definitely.
by.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then I also think that it'll get more people to want to get their little tree out there, right?
That's true. They
So,
will.
I can
okay.
definitely see what I can come up
Okay.
with. Yeah.
Yeah. So along that line.
Yeah.
And something that really stands out, so say if we have an all green tree, we can print both sides on the
Perfect.
printer. maybe have the type come out in white or something.
Okay.
Reversed out in white and then the sponsor in red or whatever. Play with that so it's really
Yeah.
pops. Maybe less type is better than too much.
Okay, yeah, I'll play with it, maybe send you a couple different,
Perfect. And then we can get those out. We can start getting those out this week.
definitely, yep.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That will be.
I know, and I'm really excited.
Good idea.
So
I love that.
then we can. So anyway, back to yes, Alpine, getting those priced. Now I've had 2 people mention, and I know we've run into this before, that maybe we could get better deals through the Saints Car Club if somebody has a tree farm. Just saying, I don't know.
I
And
think if I remember right, somebody does have a tree farm, but if it's the same person I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
because we went to their tree farm before, they've let it overgrow.
Okay. And so we might not be able to find these uniform trees. And another one who said something about trees just at the POPSA meeting was Costco. They said something. I think we should just move forward with checking on
Okay.
Alpine.
I can go to Costco also and talk to them.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna run out to Paulsville here maybe next week. I've talked to the Jones Tree Farm
Okay.
about a Christmas tree.
Okay.
And I'm
Oh,
gonna
the big
see
one?
what, yeah, I'm gonna see what me and George have,
Okay.
we tagged a lot of them out there. So I'm gonna see what they look like and get a price.
Well, and I'm just letting you know that the 2 Costco people who attended, and
Yeah.
their names could be gotten off the minutes, which I don't have right now. I'm sure they're being
Okay.
circulated.
Cheryl Johnson is the main one in this
And
Costco.
she works right at the.
Yeah.
Gig
Okay.
Harbor one.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
she
the
came
Gig
up to
Harbor.
me afterwards and she said, "So where are you getting your trees from?" And I said, "Well, I'm not sure yet." But I said I would pass that information on. So
Okay.
the Saints and this lady.
Yeah.
We have enough time if the Saints would let me go look. But there's a chance that if they haven't been taking care of their trees,
Well, and
they're
I,
different sizes and different shapes.
Yeah.
and we can't spend a lot of time trimming or anything like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
We have to have a uniform tree. They have to be all ready.
And that's the thing about Alpine, they're ready to go. And also probably Costco too.
Right. Well, and I think that's where we need to go because we can't take extra staff time. We just don't have the budget.
Right.
And
Well,
there's
it's
going to
just
be.
me.
There's our budget
There's
right
too
there.
much to do.
Yeah.
That's a lot of planters to get in place.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, the actual work, I think I'm gonna be provided with, not
A
me
crew.
personally, a staff, but
Right.
yeah, some guys
Yeah.
to help me, but
Hooray.
it's the footwork
Yes.
before
Yes.
I'm the only one doing it.
Right. So, Bill, I'm just handing this information to you.
Okay.
If you need more help, I can get it
I
through.
didn't mean to make you cry.
Oh.
It's very emotional. Do what?
Your pen, I came unprepared.
Oh, I've got no. Nope. Here, let me get you one.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna make some notes about Costco, and you said Cheryl Johnson.
Cheryl Johnson.
I hope it works. It looks like it's been through the ringer. Sorry. No guarantee. These pens. Oh, it isn't working.
Here, I have one.
I have one.
Bobby, I've already got
I'm
it.
getting every list.
Here.
Take that.
Let's
Yeah.
throw this thing away. All right. Good. And then, Bill, anything you need from us? But it's coming soon.
Yeah,
That's what we just know.
trees.
And this will take a lot of time. That's one thing about the trees, adding this to the whole mix, it takes a lot of time. And that'll take a lot of time to decorate everything, but it will be neat.
It'll be fun.
I think the big thing too, Bill, is all of these trees are gonna need that connector, you know,
For the
for the lights.
lighting, yeah.
That's gonna take some time.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we'll make sure we drop down a cord, a plug,
Mm-hmm.
and then whoever decorates a tree,
Just has that there.
it's right there.
Well, that's gonna be, if we've got, well, we have 53 to 54 plugins.
As long as they stay LEDs, I think they'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
All right.
that'll be just fine.
City might have one big, huge fireworks one, like the last one.
It's called urban renewal.
Everybody else, yay! It's over. Oh, dear.
Did you say that was the Gig Harbor branch?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I have her card. I thought maybe I had one.
Is there anything else I need to get you, Bill, or is that pretty good? You got your sheet? Any other?
Bottle of tequila.
This is the best community ever.
That probably shouldn't be on the tape.
All right.
It's okay, for once it's not me, you know.
All right, I think then. any
Okay,
other-
so do you have any, besides the Saints, was there anywhere else that you preferred me to go check
No.
on a big tree?
No, I
Okay.
have no preference. You need to shop at a place where it's best for you.
Okay, and do you think the Saints would still be up to, or Drew Berry, his name's not Drew Berry, Lou Berry, up to hauling and setting the tree also? Is that something that I should touch bases with him on?
Yeah, who did that?
It was Lou Berry, he hauled it.
Who Barry did the
I
all
don't
the
remember
tree?
who brought the crane.
Was that Evergreen? Was that Evergreen
No, that
lumber?
was, no, that was through the Saints.
That Bill, I just don't know. I've
'Cause
never
I-
dealt with them.
I could go back and talk to Brad.
Would you?
Okay.
And we better find that out soon.
Yes.
Because especially if it involves money, what I have to do is cut back somewhere else then, okay? Or boy, I'll be run out of town on a rail.
And-
No, we'll
Poor
just start a
Cindy.
GoFundMe for you, okay?
Thank you.
Everyone else does it.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, yeah, for hauling the tree. Oh, yeah, it was Brad. Casco?
Yeah, he did it,
He did it for a long time.
yeah, for a long time, and then when the Saints volunteered the tree, they also volunteered the hauling and the setting. The only thing bad that came out of that was they didn't pick a nice tree.
I see.
There was a lot of work to be done, a lot more
That
work
was
to
the
be done to
one
that
that-
one.
It got
than the other
damaged
one.
and the top came off.
And the top came off.
We had a lot of problems with it.
It
Yes.
looked great though.
I
when it
know,
finished.
what was glue and
I know, glued together.
wire and bolts.
It almost was a
Yeah, would you check on that?
I will.
Okay,
I'll do that this week.
okay. We'll ask you about it the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay, it'll be on our agenda.
Okay.
That'll help. Just get it done, you know what I mean? Okay, good. Then, other than that, I think we're good, and we'll just keep you posted.
Okay.
And right now, I think, like I said, we're about 10 to 15 people have committed to a planter, but may not have already paid for it, which is kind of,
The way it is here
Yeah.
in Port Orchard.
and that's fine. But that way, we have an idea of how many are gonna be in here and all of that, and we'll get that deadline out. So,
Me and I panicked at the
Sure.
Bay Street Association meeting. Some nights I just stay up thinking of things, and I had it just all planned what I was gonna say at the POPSA meeting, because I heard there was only two. And poor Cindy, right in the middle of her little speech, I have to stand up, and it was a senior moment. It was irritating to me that only two.
Please say your senior moment involved you forgetting what you were saying.
No, I let them have it. I've learned that you just tell these guys the way it is to get anything done. But
everybody stood up and listened too.
Yeah,
and she told us-
Lorraine listened anyway.
Yeah. No, there's quite a few, because we had some commitments.
Yeah.
The checks will be coming, and if
Yeah.
not, we'll go collect. I could go down and pick up money.
It's just, they wait till the last moment. They can't this time. They need to step up and do this.
With Bobby at the reins like this.
No, Cindy at the reins.
Oh, okay, but you have a pretty good idea. And
Yeah.
we'll need a lot of cords or whatever it is that's the big thing, is figuring that all out.
Right.
Yeah. And the lights, the icicles will still fit in somehow there.
We'll make it work.
One other thing I was wondering about is the chimes. Do you know anything about that, or do I have to go somewhere else for those?
That, in the past, has been Dennis. Dennis and who else was that? It was Vince, but
Right.
does Steve?
I think it's all Public Works. And Steve doesn't have any involvement with the Chimes.
There was somebody with Dennis last year. Can't remember who it was.
Sure. He might have started. I just know right now, every time it's Chimes, we
We aren't hearing chimes.
I'm sorry?
The chimes aren't playing anymore, are they?
Not right now, no.
Not for a
They're not
long
working.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
something
we need the job.
So could we put chimes on the list for the next agenda?
Definitely, yeah.
And can we double check on where they're at? I know we were ordering a piece of equipment.
I'm telling you.
You can have that pencil if you want.
That's all
Or
right.
Sheila will be at the top. On the weather, she'll be at the weather vane up there. 4, 3, 2, Sheila, turn the phone up. Mom. Now this could be bad. We really don't want to do this, but we need chimes for our 20th anniversary.
Do you want me to send something to Public Works? And
Yes.
see what, a response and then bring it to the next meeting?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Or, yeah, sooner even than
Yeah,
that.
because
Okay.
it might take a while.
I know the mayor said that something was probably going to be ordered,
Okay.
but that's it. That's all I ever heard.
It seems last year Dennis, and he had somebody, Dennis and Mike.
Okay. Well, it worked, and we haven't heard any chimes for months.
I know. I
Our
guess
town is
that-
not the
That's
same.
That's
It
because
is
Dennis
not the
and
same.
Mike had something to do with it. I'm just kidding.
Hey.
Okay, you know the internal stuff. Yes. Okay.
I was
Yes.
just
Steve.
kidding.
Well, we've got that on the list, so we'll be double checking on all those things. All right. Any more here?
I think I got mine.
You got your
You got your homework.
You got a lot of work to do. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Oh, you're
stopping by.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate
Sorry
it.
I was
Thanks
late.
for all the
No, you're
work.
good.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Anything to add from Jingle Bell?
No, everything's the same this year, you know.
Are you flying back? What's happening here?
I am flying back on
Okay.
the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and I'll be here through the Thursday after the event. Almost
Okay.
2 full weeks I'll be here, so,
I was hoping that.
yeah. I don't know where I'm gonna stay. I thought maybe, is Kathy taking, is she renting rooms still?
She still is.
Is she? Okay.
You might ask
I
her.
might check with her just to see.
Sure.
I mean, I can only sleep on so many couches.
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving. You know, she usually rents the house out, the whole house these days,
Oh,
for
okay.
events. But you know, it just you should ask.
Yeah, she
Mhm.
has that carriage house and has got a couple extra rooms in it. Maybe
Okay.
she'd rent out a room.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Not quite 2 full weeks, but I'm going to be here the long, and I'm coming back in October as well, just to try to finalize things with sponsors and that kind of stuff.
We should actually ask Rotary too.
Oh, okay.
You know what? There might be someone who actually has a room that wouldn't matter at all.
Okay.
I'm picturing that we do.
Okay.
So, all right,
Yeah, but nothing new with Jingle Bell.
right.
Um,
And we already had talked about paying for our portion of the tent across the street.
Okay, great.
So that's all set. Was there anything else that we ran into that we were mixing up on a little bit or anything?
No, we are getting our own, it's a big deal, we're getting our own trash cans this year.
Oh, that's
So
Oh.
we will not be borrowing the ones from Fathoms, just so we don't have to worry about them getting them to us and then we have to get them back. So we had some donated to us.
Oh, that's nice.
So we'll be getting 6 trash cans of our own, and we'll just make sure that they get emptied. Last year, that was what I was going to ask him. They let us put the trash in
The truck.
In the truck.
Okay.
Can you make a note, and because I won't be at the next meeting?
Yep. Yes.
I totally forgot about that.
It was in the big white dump truck,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah. And as far as I know, they'll probably have that down there again.
Yes,
So,
we do have that down
yeah.
there.
Yeah. So that's the one thing I wanted to verify with Public Works was that we could still just throw it in the truck.
Janine, can you add that to the list?
Definitely.
You-
Yep.
Okay, she's good.
And I think that's it.
Okay, and we're gonna have to get the sleigh down there early and do improvements if we need to. Actually, was Bill gonna take that out to Public Works and pick that up early? That's something I forgot to ask him about. Can we add that to his list?
Yes.
Sleigh. Because we're getting it from Al. And I know that Al said he could maybe do some work on it, but I think it needed even more last year. We just need to verify.
Definitely.
Oh, and I remember that Al said that we could use his trailer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, advertisements. Well, I was meeting with the Port Orchard Independent just to talk about what we had done because they have very little record. And so they're all new people. And when I mentioned Chimes and Lace, they actually didn't even know what that was. So
Wow.
that's tricky for us.
They must have it in the records somewhere.
Oh, they do. They have the files, and I was just explaining what we've done over the
Yeah.
past. And Aaron came in. Most of the work is being done, the design work, in Port Angeles now. And they've broadened their areas. They go all the way to Alaska and all over the
Wow.
place. So there's a advertising hub in Port Angeles just for the graphics, for all these newspapers all around, these little newspapers. So she was getting us on the map, and I've just explained some of what we had run into last year, and not wanting to have that happen again. So Brenda's really been doing a good job. She's really done her homework. I'm really happy with our
Good.
sales rep. So that's going to help a lot. And, Janine, another thing we did is, in the past, we actually included the flyer, the brochure, in a couple of the utility billings.
Okay.
And I know that we have our little step ones, our little single sheet that we'll have done, but it didn't increase the postage by much.
Well, I know because it's outsourced, so do you want me to check with Kathy or the utility billing departments?
Why don't you
On
double check
that?
on that
Yeah.
again? I would say it was 2 or 3 years ago that we actually sent a brochure. And that wouldn't be bad, especially if we get a really good price on those brochures, because that's all the information.
Yeah.
But then we may need to be sending them too soon too. Anyway, it wouldn't hurt to check.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
And the Kids App Bank sends out that nice reminder of me,
Yes.
so.
Yes, and all the statements.
And that, I read it, I
Me too.
think everyone else does, so.
Me too.
I'm sure they would do that again, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Kids App Bank.
Yes, they've been good about that. Anything else that we need to talk about with advertising? She'll be providing a whole list of deadlines, what the quotes, and then what we can do is go back to our budget. And I explained to her that we had never budgeted for the little ads for the trees.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure that we're not going over budget.
Sounds good.
And we can cut down on ad size or anything, the holiday guide or whatever we need to.
Perfect.
Okay. That's pretty much all I have. That was mainly what I wanted to talk about is the trees and focusing on the trees right now and selling those spaces. That's it.
All right. Yeah.
Budget-wise?
Yeah, so Brandy kind of printed out just availability. So here's what was budgeted,
Okay.
and then here's what has been expended, and then here's what is available. So she did just want to make sure to that 4,820 is available for advertising and brochures. So she just wanted to make sure, and she did put in here 250 tent for the hayride, which is across with Jingle Bell Run, and then 250 for the tent for the choirs. So she kind of just did a breakdown cost
Okay.
of that and what's available and what has so far been paid out.
Yeah.
Okay. Disposal of tree lights, $50. How does that work?
I'm unsure. I don't know. I can check with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
$50. There's a recycling place that I take all my tree lights to.
So
You know, the Navy Yard City Recycle in Gorst? Do you know that they take lights, strands of lights, and they give you money for them?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think I have some at home I need to get rid of.
Yeah, and you know, I have shopping bags full because I light my yard with them. And it's amazing. Well, you don't get a lot, but you know, I like the idea that they're being recycled. They take the metal
Yeah.
out.
Do they take any bulbs or anything?
You know what? They just measure I have the little light ones.
Little lights.
Yeah, and I put them on a scale. Of course, everybody else has these great big trucks with all this stuff. And I walk in there, dum-de-dum-dum, little bag down.
And you get your $3.12.
I do. I get. Last time I did get. You are right on. I got $3 for all my stuff. And you know what? I don't care about that. I'm just glad that's going to be.
What is it? The Navy.
It's
City?
got Navy Yard City, and it's right at Gorst. You know,
Oh.
just right when you make the turn. You can kind of see the stacked dead cars and stuff. That's the place. And be
Dead
careful
cars.
driving in. You don't want to drive over a nail or anything. And for sure, I would. Don't wear your best dress.
So now you can put that on the other side as money making.
There you go.
There you go. $50.
$50.
I'm going to turn that into, yeah. All right, and may I keep this?
Yes, that is for you.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay, good. Yeah, we'll watch it really closely.
definitely.
And I asked for all of our quotes to have all the tax and everything included. So we don't even
Yes.
yeah.
Just
They
in
get
case.
you.
Yeah.
They
Well, it's a
charge
lot
you
of money
extra.
sometimes at the very end,
It
you know?
is.
I just want to know. Okay, perfect. I think this is it, you guys.
Great.
So it's just getting more people to sign up for these.
I love the idea of the tree in ahead of time.
Do you know, I think it's
When are you
this
going to do that?
week I'll start.
Yeah,
Once we
okay.
get it done.
Just as they
Yeah.
come along.
Can I pay for the fee with a credit card, or does it have to be cash or check?
Nope, you can do credit card. There is a 2.5% charge.
Okay.
So it'll be $50 in
2.5%.
whatever.
Two something. $1.82. I'm making this all.
Okay.
She's just full of information today, this little one, I'm telling you.
Yeah, me, the non-calculator type person. Okay.
But what was it, 2.5%?
Mhm.
It'll be like
Not
$11 or something, right?
Not that.
Or not 11.
No,
no,
A
no.
dollar.
A dollar.
A dollar something.
Yeah. So, oh crumb, it's nominal, yeah, it really will be nothing.
Yep.
So,
A little bit.
Do we want to get a date for the next meeting?
yes, we sure do. We sure do, okay. And typically, we've been doing the 3rd, 1, 2, 3, the 17th.
Perfect.
I'm flying in town the 18th. Darn.
We'll save it.
Yeah, if you'll just check.
Problems.
Yeah, just check
Unless
about
there's,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
let's just keep it at the 17th,
Yeah.
3:30.
Perfect.
And then I'm passing these out to some people that I know that.
Do you need more?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think this should be good.
And
Okay.
I have enough. You
Yeah.
gave me a lot.
I
so
did.
I'm on it.
Yep, okay. And I passed out quite a few, and I'm actually going to specific businesses and organizations that aren't on Bay Street too.
Right.
Okay. Good, thank you.
Alrighty.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
I think Sydney got